Assalamu alaikum and a very warm welcome to everybody who is joining us today. I'm Zubair Khan and we are going to have a very good guest speaker session today. And this session is brought to you by CXO Global Forum in collaboration with NICAT, the National Incubation Center for Aerospace Technologies, Pakistan's first specialized incubation center for aerospace, deep tech, and emerging startups. At CXO Global Forum, we are proud to be the largest C-level executive community, creating a powerful knowledge sharing platform for industry leaders and innovators across Pakistan and beyond. Today, we are honored to welcome a dynamic and insightful speaker, Ms. Shar Bano.
Assalamu
Ms.
alaikum.
Sherbano is Walaikum Salam. Ms. Sherbano is the seasoned strategy and innovation expert, passionate about helping business design customer-centric digital strategies, and that drives real results. Her expertise are in payment security models and digital transformation as well. She brings years of experience working with high-tech companies and startups, helping them align vision with customer needs. So today, her topic is very important. The topic is designing customer-centric digital strategies for high-tech startups, which is very relevant to all of you building impactful products here at NICAT. So let's meet and greet Ms. Shirbano. Assalamu alaikum.
Ji, walaikum assalam, Zubia. Thank you for inviting.
You're most welcome. And now I would request to hand over session to you. And we are excited to hear about your insights on today's topic.
Okay, ji. Thank you so much, Zubia and CXO Global Forum for giving this platform for learning and development to each other. I have 24 years of experience in different technology and banking sectors companies. But now, since after this long, I feel that my responsibility is to give back to society, and I passionately contribute and participate in the sessions where I'm requested to speak. So with limited knowledge I have and experience I have, I can, if you can learn something from these 20-25 minutes, I'll be very happy and I'll feel that I have achieved something. Since you guys are in the incubation center, so a lot of people are having a lot of questions about how to create their idea, ideate their idea, and how to market their ideas and then scale it. सो हमने कहानियाँ तो बहुत सुनी हुई हैं ऑफ फूड पांडास एंड करीम एंड Amazon, but they have not arrived that easily to those ideas and making them successful. So I tried to make my presentation a very simple CX based, because my major expertise in the CRM development and aligning the CX strategy in the digital platforms, as well as keeping them secure for the so that the customer can feel comfortable, agile, and have the better service. So जो CX and scalability दोनों का ताल्लुक जो है वो hand in hand है. When you have the right customer experience journey for your organization, you can scale your business. So I will not be talking much about the title, but my agenda consists of 4 things, very simple 4 things. Zubia, I want to talk to these youngsters that customer centricity can cost you business. No, I have slashed it because customer centricity does not cost you business, but actually it helps you grow. And but the right customer centricity is required, and that is where I have put the strike on it. So which that strategy will be, what not to do, what should we do, and we will relate with some example in the real market and specifically Pakistani market, so that we can understand how these works. I will not take a specific case study here, but I will be a very simple and easy going, so that you can relate to things. But in any specific case study of any fintech idea you have, after this session you can take my contact, and I will be helped to coach those teams. So for example, what I mean by customer centricity can cost you business, I have exemplified few companies here. You have heard about that new Coke. We used to see that Coca-Cola has introduced something for their customers, but that miserably failed. You know why? So the reason was that they forgot the loyalty with the taste people had with Coke, and they tried to be like Pepsi, a little sweeter taste, and then that backfired, and nobody liked it because the Coke has a little sharper and a bitter kind of strong taste as compared to Pepsi, and the customer never liked. So that not even not it didn't help, rather it backlashed. And how much they have lost? $30 million in R&D and marketing and everything. So sometimes your good intentive ideas can go back. So the next example I will talk about is Google Glass. You remember the Google has introduced glasses, and it was really hyped that they are glasses and you can see augmented reality and smart. But one thing they failed, that is this really a consumer need? Nobody thought about it. That I think sometimes the companies forget the time of launching the product, where, when, and what is the time, and that was not the right time. So consumer did not adapt to it, and $900 million they have lost. So the idea shelved. And then next is QB. QB was like a mobile only short videos, like we have TikTok. So at that time, QB thought that this will be a flying idea, but in 6 months it was shut down. And you know why? Because they assume that customer will want a short video, but there is no sharing feature. There was no feedback which customers were giving them. So eventually, 1.75 billion venture funding lost into this situation. And the last example, I would like to quote Microsoft Zuni, which launched by Microsoft MP3 player to rival iPod. Now, MP3 player, where like the world was going to Netflix and music on the go, and they could not produce the ecosystem, finding these MP3 player in the market, and habits of the user and emotional brand loyalty. They were all like, iPod was a brand loyalty, and MP3 from Microsoft, nobody even thought about it. So eventually that was discontinued, and the loss was $289 million. That's why I'm saying that customer centricity is not rightly pointed out. That can cost you business. Even your entire business can go in the drain. So with this situation, don't be scared. It's not that scary. It's just set the tone that things can go wrong if customer are not this in the center stage at the right time. So what we should be avoiding to do when we are creating our startups? Ignore customer need will be a mistake. Maybe sometime we feel that we will create their need, but that's a very sharp idea, and that really takes a courage, but that has high risk. But in Pakistan, the economy we have, the things we have, I think we should not experiment on the things which are like creating a need. We have a lot of needs already, so first we should address that, and this will help us wasting resources, and adoption will also be low, because once something you create, we have a bheed chal wala concepts here in Pakistan mostly. So people do adopt to things which are already there, and they have some little feel of it. No clear goals and KPI is a mistake. For example, sometimes we really get excited on things, but we don't know what are we going to do with that. We create things and we don't know what to do. So we should be very very clear this idea is going where and how far we can take it. Not iterating based on data. Yes, this is one of the best. I think this was a question asked, how the data is related to the fintech's goals. Of course, everything has to do with the data. So I would recommend that when you start something, do as a prototype, a very small scale, a very cost optimized, very use free tools to for these data things. Don't invest too much on it. Very low cost kind of a data collection, and then those prototype you test with the consumer and get the feedback, review the data, go back again, test, improvise, and improve. You can see the Facebook journey. Facebook today was not the Facebook in 1993, or when it was launched in 2000 later. I don't know what year was, but I know the Facebook very simple, sada salis khushbu, and now completely a business portal it is. So slowly add into it, but don't waste your money. But that all happened with data and review. So plan, action, create data, prototype, and then go back. Weak customer support again. one of the important thing which I've learned in banking industry and technology support, that you launch things but there is no one to guide the customer and there is no one to resolve complaints, is always a poor situation for any brand. I remember Kareem and all of these, even Food Panda has exceptional customer experience, so that Amazon में आप देख लें, you can return thing, you have different policies they adopt to. Until you don't have a complete customer support ecosystem, you should not even go for launching. So
Very
wrong, yeah. So wrong economics. Well, बाज़ दफ़ा ये होता है कि we think that our consumer will buy things because they are
Hmm.
cheaper, but sometimes we underprice them, and sometimes we overprice them. So with economics, things do happen. You invent something, you create something, it's dear to you, you really take, but you really need to see from the customer lens, from economy and scale, how this will fit. So you do not need to invest too much. For example, we had one of the example of these airlift. They had to leave because they had to invest and invest and invest, and they were unable to sustain in the market. And not planning for scale, sometimes your idea may click like overnight. So somewhere, someplace, you have the planning for scale, because if your overwhelming experience create the choking, will be a disaster. And then that one bad experience, customer, like I've seen that 56% of the time, one bad experience ke customer take away from you, and all the effort you have done will go. You have heard a lot of products or the technologies, they came, they like छा गई, और उसके बाद then they are nowhere. अच्छा, मिसिंग कम्युनिटी बिल्डिंग ये बहुत ज़रूरी है. यू रियली नीड टू क्रिएट गुडविल with the people, and that should be organic, not paid content, paid influencer. As organic as it could be for your product will be sustainable. So I will not take further time because I really wanted to emphasize on what we should not do. But the next is, what should we do? So this is the flip side. Now this is exciting part. So what should we do? We need to experiments. As I said, that the you don't go mega, you go on small scale experiments,
Hmm.
so that you can
Hmm.
understand, okay, where you really need to stay. For example, some feature people may like, some people feature people may not like. So which one you need to invest first, as investment you have, you, so you really need to invest on the right place. User
Hmm.
interviews, these should be very lean, normal, simple interviews for the intended user. And I think you can use a lot of free tools available. I have some, I will share with some name with you. They are very free tools, and you can survey easily. Some on Google, I think. Some I'm forgetting the name of one more tool. They are all free, so you can survey, and as much as people you interview, the more information you have, then the more insight of behavior of the customer you will have. A stories, personas. You know what is persona? The persona is, for example, if it is me, I am an experienced mid-aged female working in a corporate sector. This is one persona. Maybe there is another, your idea may not be fit into my persona. Maybe this idea is for a housewife or something. So first you need to know which story you need to focus on, where you really your model is going. Everybody is not your customer, so personas are very important for iteration, testing, and experiments. So you should really know which are your people who you really want to test. Acha, retrospective, learn from success and failure. Sometimes your experiment will fail, sometimes you succeed, sometimes you get, really harsh on yourself. Oh, this is failed and I don't want to do it again. Remember Thomas Edison, how many times he failed to create that bulb which we use now, lighten up. So if you remember him, this is what I would request: ke, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again, but small scale. And again, I think I repeated this: user persona, continuous iteration. You really need to be hungry to get the feedback. Once you are used to of these feedbacks from anywhere, maybe they are not user, they may be your cricket. And I've learned from my seniors that your cricket critics are your best people who can tell you the areas or the problems you never saw. For example, recently in Karachi, we have Sharai Bhutto, very good expressway I've seen, and I was happy that okay, my road is smaller to reach airport. But I've seen a YouTuber finding small holes in that Sharai Bhutto and telling ye gir gaya hai, ye gir gaya hai, wo gir gaya, and not even seeing that Sharai Faisal has big holes. So this is how the critics can help you to find your small gaps versus bigger gaps in their own product. But those critics are important so that you can see those things which nobody else is, or maybe you have missed it. So that's feedback is thing is very important, and take it seriously. The next point is what to relate. So there's some example, as I mentioned, that I will give you in the end, that we have experience in Pakistan. So one of the best one, I will start from the end. Naya Pay. My own son used Sada Pay, Naya Pay. These, why these are popular in youngster, 16-year-old, 15-year. Initially they were allowing 16 years old, but now 18 plus is allowed. So why these youngsters are using only Naya Pay, Sada Pay? Because they have pointed out the simplicity of using the app. So they 24/7 chat support available, instant notifications are available, user driven feature, and zero fee. For so these kids which who has the pocket money, small amounts, 500 here, 1000 on burger, this one is on Bikea. So these payment these kids make on their pocket money, these apps have utilized that space and created the need for them, and that's very popular. So can you see that 2 million customer Gen Z loves this experience, and they're not coming to banks. So this is in Pakistan happening. Then next is like Bikea. Bikea was one of my favorite. Why it was my favorite? Because we are the generation of Uber and Kareems. We never thought that bike can be a ride. Bikea has really pick up this concept of the common people problem, because Pakistani use bikes, and bikes is simple and cheap. So I can tell you example from my own son's experience. He never used Kareem and Uber. I asked him why you don't want to use, why bike किया. He said एक तो ये तेज चलती है, because ये रश में से निकल जाती हैं. The second thing he said, माम इसकी जो price है, that's 1,000 rupees Kareem for one side, and I can go twice in Bikea here and there. So why should I
Yeah.
invest more? So the cheaper option, the easiest option, and he was praising the helmet and the safety, because they follow the lane as compared to the normal bikers. So for keeping the local people in mind, millions of user, major cities, Bikea is like everywhere, and you can see the green helmet of Bikea, and it's a famous brand. And secondly, they have created so many of jobs. Every a youngster have a bike, so on way back they become the biker rider and pick some people with them. So that's how the economy, the society is lifted. Then we come to Tajir B2B commerce. This is another favorite of mine, where they have linked the traders together, proactive support, regular feedback, easy to use app, and the transparent pricing. That's very important. Sometimes they're hidden pricing and taxes really not liked by the consumer. So 10,000 of retailer are already onboarded. And Pakistan में retailers are the bread and butter of the economy, because हमारे पास बहुत बड़ी बड़ी industries नहीं है. So these B2B integration will create a lot of data and information for the government also. So I think this is one of the best initiative I've. And last I will talk about Daraz. Daraz आपने देखा, हमें हमें हमेशा याद था Amazon and Alibaba, but this Daraz local company created a real momentum in the industry. People buying from there, they are the sellers, they are the two-way things, and so much of feedback I've heard about it. Kids even using Daraz for their own small shop and retailers. So millions of user I've seen, and I think they become the leader in of commerce Pakistan, and they were acquired by Alibaba later on. So these are first few of the example which I have started from, that why customer centricity is important. In this entire presentation, my focus was where customer is not in, and the need of the customer of that time is not addressed. The idea, regardless so good it is, will fail. In history, we have seen that the ideas which was not right on time and not right on the center of the customer centricity always failed. Maybe later on, 100 years later, 50 years later, or when the time was right, somebody else relaunched, that is become success. So timing, customers need, and simplicity, and small steps, prototypes, reiteration, feedback, these are some of the things you need to take care in your mind, and you will be a successful fintech entrepreneur. So that's all from my side, Zubia. I hope that I was in well in time.
Yes, exactly. And it has been a very insightful guest speaker session with you. Now, I have a few questions for you. So, I would like to ask, what digital tools or platforms do you recommend for early growth?
Okay, so the concept I really believe in, that uh, the starting point is you need to first create or take the data from some places. So the survey, which I have already talked about, surveys are
Yes,
very important to be done, but survey you don't need to spend a lot of time on, and you can use simple survey tools from Google, from a lot of other places. Sorry, I have one thing I need to see. So just give me a second. I was actually looking for something to share.
okay.
I think I missed it. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you. It's fine. You can share it before ending the session
Okay.
as well. So, no problem at all. So, my next
Okay,
question is
that's fine. Actually, yeah.
okay. So, next question I would like to
Hello.
ask. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So,
can. Yeah, I can hear you.
uh,
Sorry.
Ms. Shivanu, how can startups balance speed versus customer needs?
Sorry. Now you can
Can you
see
hear
me.
me?
Actually, I
Uh,
can't see you, Zubia. So just facing a technical challenge.
okay.
Okay, sorry. Repeat your question.
Yes, I was asking,
Can
how can startups,
I missed your question.
okay, no problem. How can startups balance speed versus customer needs?
Uh, f- uh, Sorry, I missed again. My
Okay.
net is lagging.
All right. Is my voice clear now? Can you hear me now?
Just a second. Just a second. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I was asking
Okay,
how.
you were asking how can startup balance speed versus customer needs.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Yeah, now I get it. So that's very important because when we launch our company, we are in hurry that 6 months, 1 year, our company is successful and we have a lot of customer, and our platform is popular and everybody is talking about. But there is a thin line between customers' expectation and speed. So the balance between speed and customers' scale is important. So I'll go back to my first formula, that once you prototype, you will identify that the platform is strong enough to take how many customers. So for example, if your platform is on open APIs, on free tools, and the prototype is not that strong, you need to time to scale up for the next module first, which is like on a more robust technology platform, so that when the customers are responding, the platform does not go down. So the scale and customer balance has to go hand in hand. As much as your customers are growing, you need to see the backend infrastructure as well as the utility and tools monitoring. Sometime one of the biggest giant for example, mobile app in the banking industry has one of the real life example, that when these were launched, the banks were not expecting the overwhelming response people had. So some of the banks had crisis even for so many days to their app going down. The reason was not that app user was not very comfortable, because the month ends of the organizations, the cycle of the banking was not thought clearly, that the month end time people have to pay bill, people have to pay fees, people have to use app more frequently as compared to mid month. So as soon the month end used to come, the app used to go down, and then the negative sentiments on all over social media used to go. Simply because people do not focus on the cycles of customer, user, and behavior. So the scale and the customer need has to be balanced. And again, the point I mentioned, the reiterate, feedbacks, testing, these will help. Otherwise, scaling unnecessarily and you are not ready for it. Sometimes you need to hold back to scale before you are ready. Otherwise, your best idea will again fail. So feedback.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Sherbano. It has been a very useful discussion with you. On behalf of CX, the Global Forum, and NICAT, we wish you more and more success in your life. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah. I hope our internet stabilize better, because I really wanted to say something more, but I don't know, the internet is troubling at the end. But thank you very much for the invite, and I would look forward to come again and talk to you guys.
Sure, sure. So, viewers, this is it for today. Inshallah, see you soon with some another amazing guest speaker sessions. I would request to please connect with CXO Global Forum and NICAT for more sessions. Thank you very much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. Take care, Divya. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.